Hello everyone. Welcome to today's iRacing video. We're here at the Daytona International Speedway for an IMSA Hagerty multi-class racing event. We're in the Lamborghini here, qualified for in P5 in the GTD category, and we're just about to get underway on our final sector formation lap. We get underway pretty well on the final bend, so it's first corner's always crazy. So if you as we get underway, guys, if you do enjoy the video, please consider giving it a like, subscribing, check out my Twitter in the description down below. If you haven't caught the last video, please consider jumping back and checking that. It was the conclusion of our kind of mini series we've been doing in getting back to Category A licensing.
45 minutes. The air temp is 20 Celsius.
At the end of that video, we touched on a new project, which we'll get into in just a moment.
Follow car number 20 in the left column.
So yeah, as we completed that final video, we got over a 4 point, I think it was like a 4.6 safety rating, which automatically upgraded us up to Category A licensing. So I said that there'd be kind of a new plan, a new direction for the new kind of mini series we're going to be running, and I've been pondering and having a think about what we were going to be doing, but I think what I'd really like to do is try to get to the top of A class in terms of safety rating while still being able to do good hard competitive I rating races. So we're aiming for that elusive 4.99 safety rating, and we'll just have to wait and see if that's something that we can achieve. But again, that's what we're going to do without having to compromise having good, strong racing as well. This racetrack here marks part 2 of a double header for this week in terms of doing American internal road loops of oval tracks. So we did, I think it was Charlotte for the VRS one.
Let's go.
And we've got Daytona for IMSA. So this should all be pretty fun. Both tracks extremely difficult to race. What people would consider a deceptively easy track to race on, neither of these tracks are easy. I think Charlotte is a little bit more of a demanding track, but yeah.
There's an incident in International Horseshoe.
Yeah. In my opinion, I think Charlotte is a tougher
Yellow
track.
flag.
On your right. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
Okay, Oliver. Decent start. We can build something from here.
So, yeah. We were able to set, I think it was a 16.8. However, I'm not sure if you guys have had a chance to glance up. The guys leading this GTD category have a 7.0. 7.7, so I don't want to shortchange him. I rating, so these are some of the fastest people on the iRacing service. I think the guy in second place is like a 5.2 or something like that. So it must only be one split, I would hazard a guess, because the guys down in 7th, 8th and 9th place are all lower than myself. Not pretty well on par with me. The guy in 7th place has only over
There's an incident in
I rating.
turn 12.
This track follows not a very similar layout to Charlotte, but in the sense that it has a bus stop chicane, and it has a more technical first sector that loops back on itself into the infield section of the track. And again, we'll be pitting around the 30-33 minute mark, and then going to be running through right to the end of it. I think you get lapped about 3 or 4 times by the LMPs and once or twice by the GT
P6.
One thing I do like that, because this is a NASCAR track or IndyCar track as well, in the first race I did, I was very fortunate and was able to get caught by the faster categories on the straights or in sections where I could just ease off the throttle, let them power straight past me, which was good. Just means there was, unlike your Lime Rocks, your Brands Hatches, little chance of having silly contact around the course of a lap, which is always good. It's conducive to finishing races. The reason why I didn't record that earlier race was because I had my setup completely wrong as well. I was running high levels of downforce because I didn't really know the track all that much, and I was just hemorrhaging like 2 or 3 seconds a lap. So I finished down, I think it was either 8th or 9th. I think I made it 7th. Recorded a net negative, I think, high rating of, I think, negative 17, and then safety rating, I think I dropped like 0.1 potentially. We are slowly pushing that gap out to Sean behind, 3 seconds. However, James Catchpole, who was originally in 7th position, has dropped down 2 positions.
Sector 1 is 1.5, off the pace.
One of the hardest corners on the track is that first corner because you're running minimal levels of downforce and you have to drop from up high on the banking like me and the Porsche.
There's an incident in turn 5.
To an off camber turning braking point, and you've got to brake all whilst you're dropping off that banking. That's why you can potentially see the Lamborghini not directly ahead of us, the one ahead of Todd is running on the apron, which is the lower flat section of track, because the Lamborghini does tend to, I'm not sure if you guys did notice, but when I'm turning into that corner, the traction control goes absolutely crazy because the car is fighting very hard for adhesion. And that's why I did run that, I think it was either high or moderate levels of downforce, was because I was really struggling.
The gap ahead is now 1.6 seconds.
However, between that initial warm-up session and this session here, I have really just honed in and practiced that one corner to keep the car settled, pick my turning points, pick my timing points, and hopefully just get it a little bit more consistent. Pushing that gap ever so slightly further out to Sean. It's now 3.8. I think I did notice that his last lap around was, I think, in the 48s, and we were in the low 47s, which is good. So if we can just continue to build that that gap bolster up, I'd be pretty happy with that. As you can see, the top guys are in a completely different league of their own, lapping almost 2 seconds quicker. Zachary has gotten past Sean and he's matched my lap time bar a 10th. The only thing I think that's going to hemorrhage him is the fact that he'll have someone in his slipstream attacking on him, whereas I'm running in somewhat clear air and can kind of just focus on setting as good a lap paces as I can and remaining consistent. As long as I can consistently outpace him, he will struggle to catch up to me and then get past me.
We think our refueling window will open after 10 minutes and closes at about 28 minutes. B6. The gap in front has increased to 2.8.
I think this lap has been a slightly slower one for Zachary because he's dropped back all the way almost 5 seconds, pretty much verging on 5 seconds behind us.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 38 Celsius.
As you can see, I just had the weight of the car in all the wrong places at all the wrong times, and car just snaps to the side. Just got to keep our head screwed on straight. Stay. At a track like this, yes, you can drive aggressively. There's no two ways about it. But I find that smoother is faster, at least for me, with this car around this track, with my level of experience. Whereas I get tracks like Summit Point, which I feel that after, obviously the video may not have reflected that because I only did one race, I just wanted to focus on getting back in the grid. Towards the end of it, I felt that I could race relatively aggressively at that track while still being consistent, sharp and precise. Which Daytona doesn't come up very often, and neither does Charlotte. Summit Point is a pretty common track among pretty well all categories of racing within iRacing that the service provides.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 3.9 seconds.
We're able to claw back about 0.3 of a second to Zachary, so pushing that gap out. It was just under 4 seconds, and now it's 4.3, 4.4, which is good. Got lucky because that first corner is a little bit of just it's not a very high speed kind of corner. So if you do choose to wipe speed off it, or have a bit of an issue where you slow through it, it's already not a very high speed corner, so it doesn't slingshot you into the rest of the track. Got the LMPs coming around for the first time. Marco behind is about 4 seconds behind me now. So he will most likely not catch me before the bus stop, but I reckon he'll catch me either just as we get through the bus stop or just on the other end of it.
Blue flag. There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you. These guys are scrapping for position.
Clear left.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 4.3 seconds.
That was good. We navigated them well. I just wasn't sure whether Marco was going to go down the inside or around the outside on the banking.
That lap was a 146.45. Incident in turn 1. It looks like it's silver. Okay, Oliver, there's a faster car approaching.
Not too sure that.
Blue flag.
There, but it was one of the Lambos. I think it was the Lambo. It was just parked ahead of us at the start of the race. But pulled off. He DC'd. He didn't even do it like due to incoming packet loss or something like that. He simply just disconnected.
Blue flag.
Car right.
Sorry, James.
Clear right.
Sorry, Peter, not James.
There's an incident in turn 5. It looks like living good.
Never fix that. They never fix that. It always says that there's an incident
Right
there
side.
in that corner and
Clear right.
there is. Back to the position we started in, being P5, which is good.
Blue flag. There's a faster car approaching.
You get the outside. Very much. I didn't really want to be going through this technical sector 1 with an LMP right behind me.
P5. That was a 146.88.
we're very much so staying in touch with Rod. So if he does make a mistake or gets held up when he's being lapped by someone, we can jump on it.
Okay, Oliver,
But
you're
he
gaining
is
on the car in
without a
front. The gap's
without
now
a doubt
3.3 seconds.
between the two of us, the quicker of the two of us. But again, if he makes a mistake or gets himself in a compromised position, I'm hopefully going to be able to capitalise on that and get up into the top 4. The Lamborghini has been quite popular though this week, which is good. You don't always see very many of them. The Merc, the BM, and the Porsche tend to be the more popular cars.
You've got half your fuel left.
Rigo is also not too far behind Cade in the leader.
Blue flag. Sector 1 is 1.2, off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8, off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7, off the pace. Faster car behind. Blue flag.
On your right. Clear right.
Compromised myself by a tenth or two just to let him through. As you can see, I just didn't want someone on the back of me where a mistake could have potentially happened, resulting in my race ending. Seven laps before another pit window, so we're about 10 minutes away from having to jump into the pits. And you take, this is a very fuel heavy track, I think, because you spend so much time full throttle. Looking at acceleration zones or points of acceleration. Because I think
Blue flag.
last time I did
Okay,
this,
Oliver,
the
there's a
earlier
faster
race,
car approaching.
I think I took on like 40 litres of fuel. It's a lot when you typically see things like Summit Point or Brands Hatch. You overtake on like between 17 and 27, let's say. Like you very rarely will take more than
The gap in front is now 5.9 seconds.
track here or there.
There's an incident in turn 5.
Turn 5, so that's before turn 6, which is where the best situation with iRacing detecting an incident occurring. I think it may have been William.
Driver is closing in. The gap is now 6.6. They're faster than us in 2. Bus stop.
Good for the driver. Just got to get our head down. This was an absolute shocker of a lap. Shocker of the first sector of the lap. Still not done yet. Just got to get our head back down. Bus stop. This lap here is obviously going to be a write-off, but we really got to be doing better. Do that first section, it's where I'm losing a lot of time.
We've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
He's made a little bit of a mistake because it's got back up to like 6.5 seconds. opens up at the end of the next lap. Realistically, I need to be in the high 16s at a minimum. High 46, sorry, at a minimum. I realistically shouldn't be touching the 17s anymore. Sorry, not 17s.
The gap to driver behind is now 4.8.
That first corner. I was happy with how I navigated that first internal sector there. Good run through there, very good run through there. Again, 0.3 of a second at least through that section there of the track, through the bus stop.
That lap time was 1:46.36.
Forward through that first section again. Deep, deep, deep.
We're at the halfway point. Should be about 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Just push that little bit too hard. Don't stress, buddy.
The gap in front has increased to 14 seconds.
Very lucky not to get stung with an off track or an incident point there or something like that. Get our head down, not stress about Sean. If we punch in a really good first sector time on this next lap, fine.
P5.
Slightly late on the turn in.
All right, Oliver. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. Blue flag. You're being caught by the LMP2 cars. The gap to driver behind is now 1.2 seconds. Blue flag. Incident in turn 1. We think it might be driver.
By that LMP doing a late dive trying to catch up onto the back of this pack.
There's a faster class car approaching.
Car right. Clear right.
I mean, I feel like I may have given a little bit of a curse to the commentators to the whole field. Because I did say that this track here may potentially be a little bit less likely to have silly incidents on, but you can't really control people's driving tactics. Yes, common sense.
Car right. Clear right.
Blue flag.
So we've got the first of the GTE category coming through, about 7 seconds behind, and then we've got another LMP behind him.
That's 20 minutes to go.
This go round, which is good. Some of the lead cars must have hit. Can't see anyone in pit lanes, maybe they're just jumping around the place. They weren't.
P3. We're running on fumes, mate. Hit this lap, in this lap. All right, Oliver, there's a faster class car approaching.
Yeah, there you go, there's William. He was not in the Porsche ahead of us, he was ahead of the Porsche.
Right side. Clear right.
The way he was going to want to go. That was Todd.
Faster car approaching. This guy's their class leader.
Cool. Well, I'm sure the LNP will have no issue catching me before I really jump in the pits, but I'm going into the pits to start as well. Hayden's probably in the pits as well, by the fact that he's overtaken by Bo. See, it's the lift up there that cost me the time.
On your right. Clear right.
Fernando, the first of the GTEs.
The gap to Living Good behind is now 11 seconds. The pit lane speed limit is 88 kilometers per hour. We'll fill you to the end of the race. 2 litres remaining.
42 litres going in. It's a long hold. It's a very long hold. Luckily, our tyres turned off. Exits long. This is just a long pit lane, and obviously it's meant to facilitate IndyCar and NASCAR's pit boxes. It's a race off pit lane, as the commentators always say. And it also does have to.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. Watch your mirrors.
The 24 hours.
There's a faster car approaching.
Which is a 24-hour multi-class event, which is held
Blue flag.
by IMSA as well, I'm pretty sure.
The lead car's pitting. There's an incident in turn 1. It looks like it's driver.
I'm not going to break this race, that's for damn sure.
Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
Okay, Oliver, there's a faster car approaching.
Back into P5. Got Zach behind us, 13 seconds.
Blue flag.
Jose. Speed already. There should be a high 46 as well.
Stay on it. This is
Car right. Clear right.
P5.
Car left. Clear left. Left side.
Oh, well, that was messy.
Hold your line. Clear left.
15 minutes left.
On your left. Clear left.
That was very messy.
There's a group of faster cars behind. They're racing for position. Blue flag.
These are all part of the GT category, so there's no LMs fighting for it as well.
There's an incident in turn 6.
No, there's not. Oh, there was. Damn, I shouldn't have said anything. But it was that time round.
On your right. Still there.
Well, I'm gonna get past everyone.
Clear right. Left side. Clear left. Clear left.
The gap to Live and Good behind is now 11 seconds.
Must have had time for Zach behind. Oh, Sean Driver must have had a problem because he was ahead of Zach. And now he's almost paid.
Okay, Oliver, faster car approaching. It's their class leader. Blue flag.
He's pitting.
Car left. Clear left.
Blue flag. Blue flag.
On your right. Still there. Clear right.
Too heavy on the brakes, brake too early, brake too hard, drop down a gear that I shouldn't have dropped down to.
The car behind's a faster class.
So there must be glitching on the timing unless Caden crashed into, I think it was Bo. It says we're in P3 at the moment.
Blue flag.
LM. I do find it rather amusing when the spotter doesn't even have time to register when there's a car next to you because they're overtaking at such a high speed. Or better yet, when it does the radio incoming beep and then just nothing, just radio silence.
Looks like P4 has gone off in turn 1. Okay, Oliver, keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on. P4. That last lap was a 147.18.
bit.
The gap to Living Good behind is now 9.8.
Having people top of the map. They never go bowing cadence.
10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
10 on the trot, 10 seconds behind. So he'd have to be a second a lap quicker, or we'd have to make a massive, massive mistake. But that was a horrible, horrible lap.
There's an incident in turn 5. There's a faster car behind. This is their class leader.
Dennis again behind us. It was Marco that hit Todd.
Blue flag.
On your right. Clear right.
Push that gap out to Zach behind us, a second further back as well, which is good. Four laps left to go. Isn't too bad. Just gotta keep a lid on it for another 4 laps. Find it very funny because one time I said to Greg, no, we definitely had an incident in turn 6. There was 100% an incident in turn 6. Caden and Bub were racing pretty hard against each other. 144.6s, 144A.
Okay, Oliver, there's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag.
Peter, 1 second behind us. Kept us well before the line.
The gap to Living Good behind is now 11 seconds. Keep it coming, man. This is great. P3. Your lap time was 147.11.
Waiting for the tyres to break traction there. heart attack. I looked down at the relative and I saw Mario was there, and I thought, oh, Mario.
Okay, Oliver, 5 minutes to
Now
go,
category.
5 minutes left.
There's only 2 seconds behind us. He's a slow car in.
There's a faster car behind. He's on our lap. We're not going to get a blue flag. Blue flag. P2.
Trying to be gentle on the brakes whilst being in the wake of that car. Just ran it ever so slowly wide. Luckily we kept it out of any gravel or off any grass. No incident point, no slowdown, no wall, no mandatory repairs. With 4 to go and 2 and a bit laps left. Still going back and forth with now low 45s. I don't know if Caden will be happy with a P2 being almost 2.5 thousand I rating. Heavier than Bo.
The car behind's a faster class.
P.
Car right. Clear right.
The gap to Living Good behind is now 10 seconds.
It's close.
Push now, the guy behind is catching.
I don't know if you would have wanted to have been much closer. Much closer to that tyre bundle.
There's a group of faster cars behind.
It's LMP.
Car right. Still there. Clear right.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Williams pinged off the map. Wow, I want unless Zachary's done 2 pit stops potentially. I don't understand how he could have pitted for 10 seconds.
The track temperature's decreasing.
Nice.
It's now 36 Celsius. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
And I won't get white flag this time. I'll get white flag next time.
Right side. Clear right.
P4.
just the white flag just go around. Otherwise, we might struggle to make it to the end.
All right, Oliver, there's a faster class car approaching.
That's that white one. Come on. No, this one would have to be the white flag.
Blue flag.
And a white flag. Cool.
Your lap times are pretty consistent. Very little fuel left.
Just coming in way too hot to pull that car up if you needed to. So, hence why I jumped on the brakes.
There's a big pile up in turn 1. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Oh, you'll get him in the end. Sucks for him. William in P3, so provided we don't mess up this final bus stop chicane here, we'll be home free for a very strong result.
Looks like P2's gone off in International Horseshoe.
Happy days. So that was a really good race, guys. Start to finish, we had those two little go wide moments, but again, we were able to still complete the race, which was good. We were lapping pretty consistently fast there.
Incident in turn 1.
Mistakes here or there, but again, can be very happy with that. So I'm just going to pull it up off to the side here.
P4. Okay, it's over. Well done, mate. Good finish.
We're going to jump on into the results. All right, guys. So let's quickly jump on over into the results. So with 1 strength of field, we were the top strength of field. We had a 2.6 strength of field. So that was a pretty good result. With 0 incident points, we had an increase of 0.23, which puts us just under 3.6 safety rating. So we're kicking off that, trying to get to 4.9K pretty quickly. I rating change, we had a 44-point increase to our I rating. So again, we're right on the verge of that 1.67. So we are on 1.676K. I rating 1.7 is just around the corner. If we continue, you can have some good races. And yeah, your top 4 were, Caden did get him in the end. Caden, Bo, William, and then myself. 3 Americans, 1 Aussie in the top 4. So that's it. Guys, if you have enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like, subscribing, checking out the Twitter in the description down below. And if nothing else, we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.